to 5G is it safe to live, especially for kids? Adam, thank you so much. That is such a generous super chat. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Adam. You know, you've been such a support over the years. So how near to 5G is it safe to live? Ultimately, I'll tell you right now that in Joshua Tree, you know, we were away from everything. Like we were literally in the middle of the desert. So we weren't even close to 5G towers. And then coming back to LA, I mean, we've got a huge AT&T building that just has servers right down the street from us. So we're surrounded by it here in LA. You really can't escape it. And honestly, I haven't felt much of a difference, and I'm pretty sensitive. And the reason why is because I do the energy work. And I've said this before, and guys, especially for the members, and I know, Pavi, you're a new member, check out my older videos that are for members only. I have a video out there that says how to neutralize EMF radiation, electromagnetic frequency, right? So I actually teach you guys how to neutralize 5G radiation on a video in the membership page. You're gonna have to go back a little while, but it's there. So I keep forgetting. Okay. Yes. So what I do is I surround my little condo here in LA with a bubble, a transparent, clear bubble of energy. And basically that bubble of energy neutralizes any frequency that is not in harmonic alignment coming into my energy sphere. I put myself around a bubble. I put my wife around a bubble. Not to mention this place is full of crystals, and my wife is like, you're not allowed to buy any more crystals, but I still do. It's full of crystals, full of plants, full of orgonite, full of 0 point technology frequency things, full of EMF radiation frequency things, you know. So I mean, and full of art too. It's wild. Like, not only do I do my own art, but I also collect art as well from, you know, other artists. So having art, believe it or not, having art, like original art, not necessarily prints, but having art on your walls, especially having this kind of stuff on your walls as well, is going to actually create this barrier of frequency around your place. If your frequency of your home is high enough, that electromagnetic frequency and 5G radiation will not affect you as much. Same thing with the Wi-Fi router. I really don't feel affected, and I am surrounded by technology. I also think too that just like certain kinds of food, the longer that you're exposed to it, the more that you adapt to it. I know that when I go off grid and I'm just on a property in the middle of Canada, you know, and then I come into the city, I might be really affected by it. But right now, I think that, you know, my system's pretty attuned and pretty accustomed. So please keep in mind, guys, that 5G is not something to be scared of, even though I was freaked out by it even a couple months ago. And I'm like, burn the towers down. And then the Galactic Federation is like, no. They're like, we have 5G times 10 on board these ships. We just have the technology to neutralize the frequencies, right? And one more thing that I want to mention, two more things actually about 5G. One is they were telling me that they have something called 0 point technology that neutralizes 5G and other major radiation from technology. And then recently I was explained that the 8, if you can imagine the infinity sign of the 8, and then right in the middle of that 8, so you've got the top half, the lower half, right where that intersects, right in the middle, the crossover, that's actually 0 point technology. So I actually now envision myself in this giant toroidal, you know, 8 infinity shield, and the 0 point is right in the middle, and that's right where my heart chakra is. So visualization, guys, is the number one key thing that's going to neutralize and deflect that frequency. The other thing that I want to mention too, that I take and partake in often, is this right here. I have like all the gadgets, like I love technology gadgets, but I also love spiritual gadgets. So this is called Ormus C60. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of C60 before. I hadn't up until a couple months ago. This is from a company called Now Alchemy. And I'm actually an affiliate just because I do believe in their products so much. So if you go on to nowalchemy.com, they have a ton of these tinctures. The other one that I really like is, honestly, it's over there. I don't really know how to say the name, but it's really awesome. And I take that almost every day too. And this is actually supposed to deflect and defend against 5G radiation, the C60. It's called Ormus C60. So it has Ormus and C60 in it. Anyway, if you go onto their website, Now Alchemy, you can type in my code, which is HEAL11, HEAL 11, and that'll give you 11% off of your order. I don't really plug anything, and I don't really take on affiliates because there's not many products that I believe in, and that's probably why you've never heard of me talk about this, because I really don't like plugging things in, but this is a perfect time to talk about that. So once again, guys, 5G radiation can be deflected very naturally, very organically with your vibrational frequency. So don't live in fear. Don't live in fear. Don't do things just to hide away from something that could be potentially harmful or dangerous, because you're just living your life